Hi, this is Sharon with Pukka Pilates and Physical Therapy. Today we're going to be doing an intermediate level Pilates mat flow. If you're new to Pilates, this is a great place to start. I'm going to be offering a lot of different options, so choose the option that's appropriate for your level of fitness. If you have any injuries or have any discomfort, please contact your doctor prior to doing this class. So with that, let's get to it. So we're going to come to your mat. You're going to cross one leg and one arm and lower down to the mat with control. And then we're going to roll down onto your back. Let's just keep your legs bent. Now, if you don't have a mat like this, that's fine. You can use a regular yoga mat as well. So with this, we're going to start with what we call rib breathing. This is a principle of Pilates, and it's an exercise that we use with it's a breath that we use with every exercise in Pilates. So let's start with the hands on the rib cage. You're going to take a big breath in and feel your rib cage naturally expand. As you exhale, the ribs naturally close down. So let's do one more breath like that. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you breathe in, on your next exhale, I want you to breathe all the air out till there's no more air left. So you can feel how your hands come closer together because your rib cage is closing down, and you're using the muscles of the rib cage and the abdominals to push all of the air out of the lungs. Okay, so let's practice that. Inhale and exhale. Now on your next breath, after you exhale, I want you to keep the ribs and the lower abdominals engaged and don't let the stomach or the rib cage flare open like this. So breathe in, exhale all the air out, close the ribs, sink the belly in towards the spine, and now hold that in as you take your next breath in. And exhale. So now your breath is going to transfer into the back of your body and not only into the front of the body. With every inhale, I'm trying to sink my belly in more, keep my ribs connected, and take the breath into the back of my rib cage and lungs here. Sink the stomach with every exhale. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Okay, so now we're going to add that breath into every exercise that we do in Pilates. So you're going to take your arms down by your sides. We're going to start with the 100. You're going to nod your chin to your chest, slide your hands down the mat, lift your head and chest to the point where the shoulder blades are barely touching the mat. And we're going to start to pump your arms up and down like this. And we inhale for 5 pumps, doing our rib breathing, and exhale for 5 pumps. As I breathe in, I'm keeping my ribs together, my stomach in, and as I exhale, I'm blowing all that air out, trying to close my ribs a little bit more. Now, for those of you who want a little bit more challenge, you take your legs up into a tabletop position. And inhale and exhale. Breathe in and out. For a little bit more challenge, you bring your legs up to the ceiling and keep pumping and breathing. Inhale for 5 pumps, exhale for 5 pumps, but you keep your head and chest lifted the whole time. And as you lower your legs, it makes the exercise more challenging. So only take this option if it's something that's available to you today. But the lower the legs go, the harder it is. Let's do 3 more pumps. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale. Breathe out. And last set. And out, 2, 3, 4, and rest. The next exercise is the roll up. So my feet are together. I'm going to bring my arms over my head and inhale here. Keep my ribs connected. Bring the hands up. Lift my chin to my chest and roll up. Exhale and reach to the wall in front of me and pull my stomach down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach, bring the arms up, nod your chin to your chest. Exhale as you round forward. We're going to do 3 more like that. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And I'm lifting my waistline, trying to get that stretch in my spine. Last one. I'm gonna roll all the way down. The next exercise is our one leg circle. So I'm gonna keep my left leg down. I'm gonna bring my right leg up towards the ceiling. And I'm gonna anchor my left leg down as if I were standing on that leg. So the right leg is gonna cross midline and we're gonna circle around and up. Now the goal of this exercise at this level is not to let the pelvis or the upper body move. So the bigger the circle, the more challenging it is. Let's do one more and then reverse. If you feel your pelvis moving side to side, keep your circle small. If you've got that under control, you can make it bigger. And up, one more. And then we're gonna switch legs. Anchor the right leg down, bring the left one up, keep the shoulders and the hips nice and squared up, and then we turn and exhale. Circle, exhale. The bigger the circle, the more challenging it is to stabilize. Two more, and then we reverse. Small if you need to, but if you want more challenge, don't forget that rib breathing. Inhale, exhale. Two more, and last one. Good, so let's roll up, and we're gonna do rolling like a ball. So you're gonna, the tighter your ball is, the more challenging it is. So if you're new to rolling like a ball, you can hold behind your thighs and make a more open ball. You tuck your tailbone under and you roll back, you roll up, and you hold it here. You're trying to keep the shape of your body the same. So you're not kicking my legs in or out, and I'm not pulling my legs in this way. I'm keeping the shape of my body the same. Now, the tighter the ball, the more challenging it is. Let's do two more. Inhale back, exhale up, and hold. So the next exercise is a single leg pull. So I'm going to roll to my back with control. Now, option one is to keep the opposite foot on the ground. My right leg is pulling in towards my right shoulder, but I'm staying lifted up. So I can do it like this. Pull twice, switch. Pull twice, switch. Now, to make it more challenging, you can bring your leg up here, or you can bring your leg a little lower. So we pull twice, switch. Pull, 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 pull. And let's do two more on each leg. And here's your double. Both legs come in. Now you can go up like this, circle the arms, hug. And for more challenge, you bring the legs lower. And if the upper body is too much for you, you just reach and pull. So do the option that works for you. Reach, exhale. Two more. Keep the upper body lifted off the mat. Single straight leg is next. So again, one option is to keep the leg, opposite leg down. The other leg, you reach up towards the ankle. And you can switch and catch. Switch and catch. For more challenge, you bring both legs up and you switch. Switch, switch, switch. And you stay curled up. One more on each leg. Bring both legs up to the ceiling, hands behind your head. Now we lower and lift. If you need to, bend your knees and tap the toes down. More challenge and more advanced is as low as you can go without your back arching off of the mat. We have three more. Two. Last one. And here's your crisscross. Now, the first crisscross, we're going to keep the legs in a tabletop position. And you twist, and I'm trying to keep my shoulders off the mat. If you need to put your foot down, you can do one foot down, one foot up. For those who want more challenge, both legs are in the air, and we switch, and we switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. And last one, and then come on up. take your feet about the width of your mat. This is called spine stretch forward. You bring your hands in front of you. Those of you who have tight hamstrings, you might need to bend your knees or sit up on a higher surface. I could sit up here and bring my feet forward like this instead. So the goal is to keep this part of my low back nice and lifted as if I were leaning up against a wall. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest, and I'm going to round forward and exhale. Inhale as I restack my spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale back up. And exhale. Inhale. As I exhale and round forward, my stomach is equally pulling backwards in opposition. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And one more time. I'm trying to pull my forehead between my knees. And restack up. Okay, the next exercise is called open leg rocker. So for those of you who are new to open leg rocker, your heels are together, my knees are apart, and I'm gonna reach between my ankles. So I'm balancing on my bottom, and my feet are on the mat, and I'm just gonna extend one leg and switch. Keeping my chest lifted, and I'm supporting myself here in my powerhouse. Now, for those of you who have tighter hamstrings, you might need to hold behind your thigh, your calf or your thigh, and you may not be able to straighten your leg all the way, and that's okay. Those of you who have your balance, you can bring both legs up together. It's no wider than the width of your hips. And then from here, you inhale to prepare. Exhale as you roll back. Inhale, come up and balance. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Two more. Last one. We're going to hold it here. Bring the feet together. I'm going to hold, we call this the teaser, and I'm going to roll down with control with my legs up in the air. So this next exercise is called corkscrew. So I'm going to pin my shoulders and my arms down on the mat. I'm going to take both legs. If your hamstrings are tight, you might need to bend your knees a little bit, or if this is too much on your back, go to tabletop legs, and you're just going to do knee rolls like this, rolling those knees in a circle. For those of you who are wanting a little more challenge, your corkscrew looks like this. Now I'm keeping my shoulders and my arms anchored into the mat, reversing directions each time. Those who want a little more challenge, you make your corkscrew bigger. And if you really want a little more challenge, you lift, lower 4 vertebrae, cross, and circle. Come back to the center. Lift, lower, and go the opposite direction. Let's do one more, each side. Don't forget your rib breathing. And circle. Okay, we're going to come up for saw. Now with saw, you want your feet a little bit wider than your mat. And again, like the spine stretch forward, if you have tight hamstrings, you might need to sit on the edge of the mat. So I'm going to face you this time for that. And my feet are a little bit wider than my hips. I'm going to bring my arms out wide to the side, and I'm going to pull everything up this way, lifting from the top of my head. Take an inhale. I'm going to twist to the right. My left little finger is going to saw my left little toe. My right arm goes up to the ceiling. I saw 1, 2, 3, and I come back up to the center. Inhale, twist, and exhale. Right little finger says left little toe. 1, 2, 3. Come up. Inhale, twist, exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale and exhale. 2, 3. Now this is not a fold forward, so I'm not trying to flatten myself on my leg like this. I'm rounding, bringing my forehead towards my knee. So I have to pull this way in order to make that happen. Inhale, and exhale. We're gonna do one more to each side, and twist and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Very good. Okay, so the next exercise is gonna be our neck roll. So facing the mat. So if you have a tight back, bring your hands a little bit more forward. And I like to start here because my back is often very tight. So my feet are together. If you have any real tightness, you might need to separate your feet a little bit, but otherwise your feet are together. My hands are right here on the mat. And I'm gonna anchor my tailbone down and push my hips into the mat while my stomach is lifting. So from here, I'm going to lift my head first and peel off of the mat one vertebrae at a time. And I'm only gonna come halfway up this first time. And then I'll roll back down. So we also call this baby swan. So lifting the head, lifting the chest, and then rolling down. So if you can go higher, we're gonna come up a little higher as long as you're not going into your low back. We're gonna turn your head to the right, roll your chin across your chest, over to the left, back to the center, look to the left, roll across your chest, over to the right, back to the center, and roll down. We're gonna do it again. Anchor the tailbone, anchor the hips, lift the head and chest, turn to the left, roll your chin across your chest, over to the right, back to the center, look to the right, roll across to the left, back to the center, and come down. We're gonna prop ourselves up onto our forearms. So my elbows are directly underneath my shoulders. And I'm gonna be in that same swan position. Now my feet are together, or they can be hip distance apart here. Again, my hips are anchoring into the mat, my stomach is lifting. This is single leg kick. I'm gonna kick twice and switch, kick, kick. My hips are not rocking side to side. My stomach and my rib cage is in, and I'm doing my rib breathing, keeping my shoulders down, and I'm getting that stretch across my hips and the front of my thighs. And kick, 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 kick. One more on each leg. Here's our double leg pull. So double leg kick. We're gonna take our hands behind our back. I'm turning my head to the side, pressing my elbows onto the mat. My feet are together. I'm gonna kick my bottom 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Anchor my feet, lift my elbows, and lift my head and chest and reach to my feet. Turn your head to the other side. Hands high, elbows wide. Kick. 3, 2, 1. Feet down, lift the elbows, lift the head and chest. Now for those of you who can't reach behind you like this, put your hands onto the mat. Kick 3, 2, 1. Anchor the feet. Keep your hands on the mat, lift the head and chest. And turn to the other side. Kick 3, 2, 1. Feet, lift the head and chest. Okay, let's do one more on each side. The option that you like. 3, 2, 1. And lift. And 3, 2, 1. And lift. Okay, sit back on your heels into a child's pose to release your back. And then we're going to come forward for what we call neck pull. So my feet are going to be hip distance apart, flexing my feet. I'm going to bring my hands behind my head like this, lifting tall, and I'm going to start to roll backwards, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as I come up. Bring the forehead between my knees and restack my spine. Let's do that again. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. And C curve. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Last one. And 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. Going into our side kick series. You're gonna line yourself up along the edge of your mat. You can either keep your head down like this, or you can lift your head like this. Try not to prop your head up like this. Take your hand behind your head and actively work this side of your body. So my elbow is digging into the mat to create what we call a little mouse house here. I'm gonna bring both my feet forward at an angle. And I'm gonna stack my hips this way, stack my shoulders, and I'm just gonna leave my hand here for a little support. Okay, so we're gonna take that top leg, hip height. We're gonna kick forward and reach it behind you. Now my down leg is my supporting leg. So if I were standing, this is my supporting leg. So if you want a little bit more, kick, kick, reach, kick, kick, reach. If you're losing your balance, if your hips are rocking side to side, or if your shoulders are rocking side to side, then just take your kick a little smaller or a little slower. Okay, we're gonna stack your feet. Now we're gonna go up and down, lift and lower. Remember your rib breathing. My stomach is in, my ribs are in, stabilizing my pelvis and my shoulders. And I'm just isolating the kicking leg. One more. Little circles. Now I'm striking my heel each time. Trying not to let anything else move in my body. And reverse. Good, and then we're gonna do big circles. So we're gonna go forward, up, and around. So you do the biggest circle that you are capable of doing without your hips or your shoulders changing position, right? So when you come forward, try not to roll back. When you lift, try not to collapse. And when you reach behind you, try not to twist. Okay, let's do one more. Forward, up, and around, and reverse. Reach back, reach up, and around. The reverse is always harder, so don't get discouraged. Just keep working at it. One more. Very good. We're going to go to the other side. So again, you can either lay flat, line up along the back edge of your mat, bring both feet forward at an angle, or you can come up onto your elbow. Again, create that mouse house here. I'm digging my elbow into the mat, and I'm creating some resistance right here. Okay, so my top leg is hip height, really lengthen here. My ribs are in, stomach in, kick forward, and reach back. Okay, if you want a little more challenge, kick, kick, stretch, kick, kick, pull the stomach in deeper. Let's do two more. Last one, kick, kick. Stack your feet, okay, and here we go. Up and down, lift and lower, keeping this nice mouse house here. My hips are stacked, my shoulders are stacked. And I'm breathing. Last one. Here's those little circles. Trying to isolate just this top leg moving. And reverse. Looking good, you guys. Okay, big circle. Forward, up, and around. Keep in mind, both sides of your body are different. So this might be easier or harder than the other side. One more, and then reverse. Remember, the reverse is harder. Try not to roll backwards or twist. Pull that stomach in deeper. Keep that bottom leg anchored. All right, very good, everyone. Let's go ahead and roll onto your back for the teaser. So you roll down. So the first teaser, we're going to do with your feet on the mat. So you're just going to bring your arms up to the ceiling, take an inhale, exhale, roll up. Now try not to pop up like this. Stay in your C curve right here. And then you're going to roll down with control. Okay, now if that was a challenge, you're going to stay with that. If you want a little more challenge, extend one leg, but keep the knees together. When you roll up, don't let that leg drop. Okay, and here we go. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Reach for your feet and then roll down one bone at a time. Inhale, exhale, and roll it down. Okay, let's switch legs. Take an inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale, roll down. One more. Okay, for those of you who had challenge with that, do another set on each leg. For those of you who want more challenge, both legs out to that 45-degree angle. Take an inhale, exhale, roll up. Try not to let your legs drop. And then bring the arms up to your ears and roll down from there. Keep the legs still. Arms up, lift, roll up. Lift the arms, roll down. If you want more challenge on this next one, hold it here. Lift and lower the arms 3 times. And then roll down from here. And let's do one more. Roll up. Okay, those of you who want more challenge, just the legs, down and up. And 2, and 3. Bring the arms up, and everything rolls out together. All right, we're gonna finish with what's called the seal. So I'm facing you to show the arm position. Your heels are gonna be together like this. You're gonna thread your arms through the legs, and you're gonna cup your heels in your hands, holding your heels together like this. And my elbows are not like this. They're bent out into the inner thighs, and my inner thighs are pushing into my arms. Okay, so this is our starting position. So I'm gonna turn to the side, get into position, heels together, knees apart. And from here, get into your C curve, lift your chest, take an inhale, exhale, and come up and hold. Back, and up and hold. Now, if you've got the balance, you can clap 3 times like a seal. You come back, hold it, clap 3 times here, and come up. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Let's do one more. And after this next one, let go, cross your feet, stand up. And we're all done. Good job, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. We'll see you next time.